In 1965, the design of the production Buick Riviera was brought closer to the original presented on the Silver Arrow 1 show car. The twin headlights were moved from the radiator grille to the edges of the front fenders, where they were vertically positioned under double shutters, which functioned like the visor of a knight's helmet. The decorative air intakes on the rear fenders disappeared. The rear lights were integrated into the bumper. The most notable Riviera variant was the Riviera Grand Sport, which was available for $1965. The Grand Sport trim improved the differentials of the Riviera and also came with a lower gear ratio with a sportier suspension. This made the car a lot more fun to drive. Today, GS models of the Buick Riviera are even rarer than the standard car itself, especially those from the first couple of generations. The first generation Riviera was built until 1965 and was replaced by the second generation. Here's what the New York Times wrote in an article dedicated to the model's 50th anniversary. Ed Welburn, Vice President for Global Design at General Motors, knows that first-generation Riviera from the inside out. After spending part of his childhood in the back seat of his father's 65 model, he grew up to help design later generations of the car. A personal luxury coupe created to clip the wings of Ford's hot-selling Thunderbird, the Riviera was a watershed GM design. When he turned 16, the future head of GM design moved to the driver's seat himself. "It was one of the first cars I drove," he recalled. "It had so much energy." Real driver's car with a great exhaust note. I got 2 tickets in it. It combined a luxury car with a sports car, Mr. Welburn said. More than that, it signaled a major shift in style for a company that had set automotive fashion trends for decades under Harley Earl. In 1958, William Mitchell succeeded Earl, eager to leave his stamp on the auto giant. The Riviera was the first fully realized statement of Mitchell's style. After the voluptuous forms, Baroque grills and fighter jet tail ends of the Earl era, Mitchell went for a taut, crisp look. He called it English tailoring, but it came to be known as the sheer look. Sheet metal was sharply stamped and body planes were bold, largely unencumbered by chrome. "I put the crease in the trousers," Mitchell was fond of saying. In the same model year, GM introduced the Corvette Stingray. The two cars sealed Mitchell's reputation as one of the world's top designers, and they set GM, and eventually all of Detroit, on a course that would play out for the next 15 years and produce some of the enduring classics of American automobile design. In a 1985 interview, Mitchell recalled being overjoyed when the Riviera and Stingray both received management's blessing for production. "Those were my two pets," he said, adding, "I could have got drunk for a week." Something that purists sorely miss today in their cars are big, powerful, naturally aspirated V8 engines and the melodious roar they make. This is perhaps the most iconic part of classic American luxury and muscle cars, and the Buick Riviera never disappointed on that front. The highest recorded sale was $275,000 for a 1965 Buick Riviera GS on January 13, 2024. The lowest recorded sale price was $6,600 for a 1964 Buick Riviera on January 3, 2020. The average price of a Buick Riviera, first gen, is $47,400. Buick model Riviera, first generation, belongs to Grand Tourer class, represents the S sport cars market segment. The Riviera was a stunningly beautiful car with sleek body lines, an unusual radiator grille, headlights that were hidden in an incredibly cool way, and of course, a luxurious interior, all of which, in one way or another, attracted public attention. The car subsequently appeared several times in various films, TV series and shows, with a more detailed list available on imcdb.org. Among these, we can highlight a film featuring Patrick Swayze. However, a more interesting fact is that Leonard Nimoy, who played Spock, was also a fan and owner of a Buick Riviera. This was a big surprise for me. We should also talk about Bill Mitchell's amazing concept called the Silver Arrow 1, which expanded and enhanced the already sleek design of the Buick Riviera, making its appearance even more impressive. Naturally, the visual aspect of a car is crucial, and it often dictates the affection for a particular model. What struck me about the Buick Riviera was its swift, aggressive, yet restrained and noble design. Looking at the Silver Arrow 1 concept, you can't help but notice how fitting the name is for the resulting design. Additionally, it's worth mentioning that the Coke bottle design, which became widespread thanks to the Buick Riviera, actually first appeared not on a Buick, but through the efforts of industrial designer Raymond Loewy. He highly praised the Riviera model and was also the creator of the legendary Studebaker Avanti, whose silhouette introduced the Coke bottle design. Now it's time for some statistics to conclude this extensive series on the Buick Riviera. According to Metro MMP, the first-generation model boasts an impressive average score. Take a look for yourself. So everything we've admired over several episodes is truly validated. Here are some technical specifications for those who love precise data, where you'll find everything you're interested in. The first-generation Buick Riviera remains a timeless symbol of mid-20th century American luxury and innovation, captivating car enthusiasts worldwide. Its legacy, a blend of elegance and power, ensures it will be cherished as a classic for generations to come. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, don't forget to show your appreciation with a like. And I wish you all the best. As always, feel free to engage in the comments, so if you have anything to say, I'll be happy to respond. You've been watching Old But Gold channel. Goodbye for now. See you in the next episode.